Okay, so this is a 1.13 question. This has to do with removing discontinuities. So it says let g be the function defined above where k is a constant. For what values of k is g continuous at x equals -3? So what I have to do here, remember, in order for a function to be continuous, the output value has to equal the limit. So basically what's going on is this is my function rule for everywhere except for x equals -3. And then it's going to equal k when x is 3. So I have to make sure that I'm basically filling in that hole with where this function would otherwise output it if this was not the case. So I know that sounds a little confusing, but I'll try to draw you a picture as I go, and hopefully that will make more sense. So first thing I have to do is factor it. So my numerator is a difference of squares. That factors down into x minus 3, x plus 3. And then in my denominator, I'm going to take out my greatest common factor of 4, and I'm left with x plus 3. So these are going to cancel out, which again is going to create a hole in my graph. So basically what I would have here is 1/4 times x minus 3. I'll show you why I'm doing this. I'm just going to distribute the 1/4 in. I'm going to get 1/4 x minus 3/4. So basically, this is just the equation of a straight line, right? That's going to have a hole at x equals -3. So if I were to draw this quickly, ignore this graph because it is not going to be drawn to scale, but I'm going to do my best. Let's just say -3/4 is here, and I have a slope of 1/4. So I don't know, let's just say something like this. Again, ignore this because this is obviously not drawn to scale. And then wherever -3 is, I don't know, let's say it's somewhere out here, I would have an open hole here. So basically what I have to do is I have to give my k value, or I have to make k, so that my output value basically fills in that hole. So I have to figure out where that hole would be. So in order to do that, I'm going to take this x value here, which is -3, and I'm going to plug it in to my equation here, which is this, and just see what I would get. So my output value, or my y value, would be 1/4 times -3 minus 3, just like that. So again, all I did was I plugged in the x value of my hole into this function for x. So now let's go ahead and just simplify that. I'm going to get 1/4 of -6, which is the same as -6/4, or simplifying, I would get -3/2, which is answer choice B. So again, just to kind of bring it back around, what I've done is I've said, okay, well, I've said when x equals -3, I've basically forced this function to output -3/2, which is what my function would have otherwise output if it did not have that hole in the graph. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.